creamy spinach Parmesan Orzo.
You're going to need some milk and onion, garlic, Parmesan cheese, chicken broth, olive oil, some fresh spinach, and some orzo pasta. I start by just heating up some olive oil in a pot. Once my olive oil has heated up, I'm just going to add the onion that I chopped earlier. I'm just going to saute that onion until it's soft. Once my onion is cooked, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of this already minced garlic. And I'm just going to cook that with my onion for a few seconds. Now I'm just going to add in this pound of orzo pasta. Once that's cooked for a few minutes, I'm going to add in 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm also going to add in 2 cups of milk, and then I'm going to bring this mixture to a boil. Once it's boiling, you want to cover and turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Now I'm just going to shred my fresh Parmesan. This is just easier to cook with because it melts a lot better in the dish. Now you're just going to add in that Parmesan. This is about 2 cups. Now I'm going to add in my spinach that I roughly chopped. You can add as much as you like or as less as you like. We really like spinach, so I just added a lot. And that is it. Your orzo is done. This was super yummy. We'll probably leave out the spinach for Ainsley next time so she'll eat it, but me and Steven really enjoyed it. For this quick and easy red beans and rice recipe, you're going to need a box of Zatarain's red beans and rice, 1 chopped onion, a pound of cocktail smokies, 1 pound of ground beef, a can of dark red kidney beans, and a can of black beans. I start by cooking my smokies. You're gonna cook everything in this pot, so cleanup is a breeze. While my sausage is cooking, I just like to go through and cut them in half, just making it easier to eat throughout the dish. In a large strainer, you're going to add a can of black beans and a can of dark red kidney beans, and I like to go ahead and give them a rinse. I'm also going to drain my sausage. Now that my pot is empty, I'm just going to add my onion. You will see Ainsley, her little hands. She's helping me with dinner tonight. So this is why I like to cook my sausages first, because anything that sticks to the pot when you're cooking your sausages will come up when you're cooking your onion, and I just like to brown those up before I add my ground beef. Now I'm going to go ahead and cook up my ground beef, and I'm just going to season it with some salt, some black pepper, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, and some cayenne pepper. Your spiciness is really going to depend on how much black pepper and how much cayenne pepper you put in, so I would just be careful depending on how hot you want it. Now you just want to go ahead and add your ground beef into your strainer. You're going to fill your pot up about a quarter of the way. This is going to depend on how big your pot is and how much liquid you want in your red beans and rice. You're going to return that pot to your stove, and I don't know what happened to the clip of me putting in the rice mix, but you're just going to add that rice mix to this pot. You're going to want to bring this to a boil and let it boil for about 10 minutes. Once it's been about 10 minutes, you're just going to want to add everything that was in your strainer into the pot. You're going to want to let that cook on a medium-low for about 20 minutes. Now your red beans and rice is done, and cleanup is a breeze. This is such a good recipe. Our family has been eating it forever, and we all enjoy it, even Ainsley. For this easy shepherd's pie, you're just going to need 1 pound of ground turkey, a pack of this Bob Evans mashed potatoes, a can of corn, and some cheese. This recipe is actually from Tiffany Beeston from Beauty and the Beestons. I'll try to find that video and link it below because it is so good and so easy. So I'm just going to season my turkey with some salt and some pepper and some onion powder. I'm not crazy about ground turkey, so I did try to season it liberally, and it actually turned out pretty good. And somebody just wanted to see what their mommy was doing. While my turkey is still browning, I just want to go ahead and heat up my mashed potatoes, and I just used the directions that were on the pack. That's cooking. I'm just going to go ahead and add my meat into a baking dish. You want to just spread that meat out evenly at the bottom of the pan. Now that your mashed potatoes are done, you're just going to spread those on top of your turkey. And I also went ahead and drained my corn. And now you're just going to layer your corn on top of your mashed potatoes. I actually went ahead and seasoned the top of mine with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And for the best part, you're just going to add your cheese on top. This is a sharp cheddar cheese. She used a Mexican blend, but I just used what we had on hand. I left one corner of the dish without cheese so that Ainsley would try it. She ended up not liking it anyway, but I am glad that she tried it, and me and Steven really enjoyed it. It was so good. Now you're just going to put it in the oven. I put it on 350 for about 5 to 10 minutes, just long enough for the cheese to melt. And that is it. It is done. It is so good, simple, easy. We will definitely be making this again. Thank you, Tiffany Beeston, for the recipe. We loved it. And Steven liked it, and that is saying a lot. Ainsley's just really picky, and hopefully we can get her to try it again because this was so good.